There are three big, wild things you definitely need to be aware of that's happening in Northwest Arkansas today. So, let's talk about that. Hey everybody! If you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, horrible, no good state of Illinois. And I could have moved to anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to Austin. I could have moved to Boulder. I've been to Boulder. I've been to Huntsville. I've been to Asheville. I've been to all these different places, Boise, all the different places you might be looking at right now. But I chose Northwest Arkansas because it is by far the best place to live in America. By far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, call me. Let's meet up for coffee. Let's talk on a Zoom. Whatever the case is, if you're in town or the area, cool. Let's meet up and talk about why I chose here, again, versus anywhere else in America. But without further ado, let's jump right into the content. And the first thing we need to cover that's happening in Northwest Arkansas is Luther George Park is coming to completion in downtown Springdale. Downtown Springdale had a lot of attention the last 5 years and really come into fruition in the last really year, maybe two. We have a brand new, basically, river walkway in downtown Springdale. All of the main streets have been redone. There's a brand new Ozark not natural foods, but a new basically food housing warehouse being developed in downtown Springdale. We have all sorts of new businesses being developed, steakhouses, and Onyx Coffee is going on there. So major investments happening in downtown Springdale. First off, Luther George Park is one of the major attractions, first off, because of the amount of money that was invested into this. One of the most unique things about the actual Luther George Park is it's part of the Walton Foundation's Design Excellence Program. So the Walton Foundation gives a lot of money to a lot of projects in the area, that's for sure. But only a select few get the actual design excellence. What that oftentimes means is they spend a lot of extra money to spend on architects' design and over-the-top things. Usually they win all sorts of design awards, they win all sorts of publicity, they get notarized in so many different magazines. So there's been a couple projects such as Theaden School, the new Luther George, there's a couple projects in Fayetteville they did. I think the Walton Art Center was one of them, of course, and Theater Squared. But oftentimes there's only been a handful of projects that have hit the design standard, or they've chosen to hit the design standard. So it's great that downtown Springdale is getting this kind of attention, and this park will be a game changer. It's basically going to be wrapped up pretty soon. So this park will be a game changer for that area. And the second wild thing that's happening in Northwest Arkansas is the city of Bentonville has budgeted over $63 million for this new Gateway Park / 8th Street Park. They've been kind of going back and forth on naming, so I'm sure they'll figure that out. But the new 8th Street Park, we'll call it Gateway Park. They've mentioned it as Gateway Park now. I don't know what they're going to call it. I've been calling it 8th Street Park forever. The new Gateway Park, they're starting to bid out what exactly are obviously all the construction that's going to be happening to it. But if you're unaware, it's going to be I think over 100 acres of new park that's going to be near the actual west side of Bentonville. So a lot of attention gets put onto the downtown section of Bentonville, but the west side is actually getting a lot more attention now, very near Centerton. This whole new park is going to be well over 100 acres or close to it, with obviously plenty of trail systems. It's going to connect multiple different major roads and eventually go right into Kohler Mountain. It's going to cross river roads into Appleberry, I think it is. One of the trail systems connects right directly into Kohler Mountain. But regardless of all of that, the interesting thing is how much money Bentonville's willing to spend on these parks. And the thing I want to mention this, and I'll move on to the next thing, but the one thing I want to mention about Bentonville and Fayetteville and Springdale and all these different cities, they understand that as they're building out, they're not making all these different spots like housing. They've allocated land, bought land, made sure it stayed vacant to add so many different amenities for people. I've came from a city that are areas that just automatically housing or something completely different or honestly unneeded or unthought through. These cities in Northwest Arkansas are being very tactful, very thoughtful of what are these cities going to look like. So before it gets out of control, in a sense, like if there's housing everywhere, it's hard to rip down houses and put parks there. It just is. It's just almost impossible. So it's better to establish it right away, put good investment into something, and it'll last forever and bring more people into the area. So having that west side of Bentonville kind of wrapped up with a major park, very similar to what kind of the south end of Bentonville has, like near Theaden Field. We'll have the west side wrapped up with this new 8th Street Gateway Park. Kohler Roller Mountains will be north of that. We have downtown downtown Bentonville. And then on the far north side, eventually we'll have the dog park, more parks, and eventually Bella Vista. So Bentonville really has a good plan going for it. Plus the Quilta Parks, Bentonville's a really good plan going for it when it comes to parks and areas for people to gather and join in community. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to come down to the area, check it out, vacation, maybe look potentially move down here. You never know. You never know. I made 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to come down here, check out the cities, day by day, restaurant by restaurant, activity by activity. So if you're an adventurer, a sports person, a foodie, a sightseer, whatever it is, if you have kids, whatever it is, there are 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. Also, you might be looking to move down here. Maybe you're using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below, name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to Northern Arkansas? Enter all the information below. I'll make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email just kind of talk about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? When is First Thursdays? When is First Fridays? What's going on in the amphitheater? What new businesses are moving here? What are all the crazy things happening in Northwest Arkansas? Because there are so many crazy things every single week. If you want to be aware of all the things happening, enter your name below, enter your email below. I'll make sure you get that email every single Friday, but I want you to be aware. I want you to be completely transparent. You will get a little fear of missing out, a little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third wild thing happening in Northwest Arkansas, and I find this mostly funny, but I want to report on it mostly because of the funniness of it. The University of Arkansas has developed its own branch of itself called the Center of Brewing Innovation when it comes to alcohol and beer. And I just want to insert like the dog meme there, like the sneaky dog. I see what you're doing there. That meme right there. That's what has to go there. It's a college students are running the innovation of brewery. I mean, okay, moving on. You can't make anything more obvious. It's like you don't have to put money towards it. They'll do it for free. Anyways, obviously it's funny, but there is a professional edge to it. Again, dog meme insert there. But anyways, I want to mention the fact that it's like has some legitimacy to it because Arkansas is a huge producer of rice and a lot of other material that goes back into beer, and they're doing experiments. Again, it's hard not to laugh at this. They're doing experiments of how the natural commodities of Arkansas can be used towards obviously brewing and more scientific stuff using berries, et cetera, et cetera. So cool that the University of Arkansas is putting funding into this. Again, I question, do you even need to put money into this? They'll do it for free. But anyways, yes, the University of Arkansas now has its own innovation center of brewing. There we go. Good times at college. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally a starter pack of all the cool things about Northwest Arkansas. It comes with stickers. It comes with a starter pack. Literally 120 pages of like city by city population, education, medical, all the things you want to know about this area in a whole like 120-page packet. Plus it comes with my itineraries, like I said, stickers, all sorts of goodies that attain to Northwest Arkansas. So enter your name below, enter your address below. Where is this package going to? It is by far the best package, kind of a little sampler, a big sampler of all things Northwest Arkansas. Enter your name below. I'll make sure you get the package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike. So I know that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite 4-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below. Make sure you get that package shipped to you right away. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some home for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, this is the next one.